Imagine taking a single $100 bill out of your pocket and turning it into 10,000 or even $100,000. Most of us never learned how to do that because schools don't teach investing. Without those basics, the stock market feels like a scary, exclusive club where only people who are already rich get to play. We can make sense of this by using the risk-reward ladder. The logic is simple. The higher you climb, the more money you can potentially make. But the steps also get a lot more dangerous. The bottom rungs are solid and safe, but your progress is slow. As you go higher, the steps get wider, offering huge gains, but they also start to shake under your feet. If you jump off the top entirely, you aren't investing anymore, you're just gambling. Since each rung has a different level of stability, growing your wealth is about choosing how much safety you are willing to trade for speed. We start on rung number 1, which is the lowest possible risk. This is where you find high-interest savings accounts. This bottom rung functions as your financial armor. By keeping cash here as an emergency fund, you can pay for a broken water heater or a sudden car repair immediately. This keeps you away from predatory payday loans that can trap you in debt. However, leaving all your money in a bank has a catch: inflation. Since the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, the US dollar has lost 95% of its value. $100 today only buys a tiny fraction of what it used to. That's why some people use physical gold as a shield. A $100 gold nugget from the year 2000 is the exact same size today, but because the dollar lost so much value, that same piece of metal is now worth nearly $600. It preserves your power to buy things. This first rung is for defense. It won't make you wealthy on its own, but it ensures your financial foundation doesn't crack when life gets expensive. To actually grow that $100, we have to move up to rung 2. This is the home of the S&P 500 index fund. Think of an index fund like a variety pack of gummy candy. Instead of guessing which single piece is best, you buy a bag containing the top 500 companies. If one company fails, the rest of the bag stays strong. This strategy is so reliable that Warren Buffett once bet $1 million that a simple index fund would beat a team of high-priced Wall Street professionals over 10 years. When the bet ended in 2017, the index fund had won by a landslide. You can also look at real estate investment trusts, or REITs. These let you buy a slice of a large property, like an apartment complex, and collect a share of the rent without ever having to pick up a wrench or fix a toilet. Rung 2 is the sweet spot because of the snowball effect. Your $100 earns a little profit, and then that profit starts earning its own profit. Over decades, this cycle of money earning more money turns a small start into a fortune without you needing to be a stock market expert. When we climb to rung 3, we enter the high-risk zone of individual stocks and cryptocurrency. Picking single stocks is notoriously difficult. In one study, researchers found that monkeys throwing darts at a newspaper performed better on average than the professional hedge fund managers on Wall Street. Cryptocurrency is even more chaotic. If you put $100 into Bitcoin in 2015, it would have grown to $5,000. Buy that same amount in late 2017, and you'd have less than $17 a year later. This rung is only for money you don't mind losing. It can make you a millionaire overnight, but the math says it's just as likely to wipe you out completely. Finally, we have to talk about the very top of the ladder, the lottery. Even though over half of all Americans play, this is a 10 out of 10 risk. The math is brutal. At 1 in 14 million, you're 4,000 times more likely to win an Oscar than the lottery. Instead of guaranteed losses, medium-risk index funds turn your $100 into a growing engine that generates its own income over time. For a beginner starting with exactly $100, rung 2 is the clear winner. Index funds and REITs offer the best balance of safety while giving your money the room it needs to grow. So investing is no longer a mystery. True wealth doesn't come from getting a lucky ticket. It comes from understanding how to use these rungs to your advantage. That $100 in your pocket isn't just a bill to be spent. It is the seed for your future financial independence, as long as you put it on the right step of the ladder. If you're ready to start your own climb, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Click right here to watch me actually invest $100 into these options in real time. I'll see you there.